Hey everybody, welcome to Strong. This is a body weight strength training workout. If you do have a band, then you can do that, use that too. I'm Michelle Collier. I'm the owner of Performance Fitness in Wynwood. Today I'm coming to you from my home gym in Havertown. And yeah, so we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start with a warm-up. For each of our warm-up movements, we're going to do each movement for 45 seconds. And let's just get started. Hopefully you can. Let's see. I can see me, so hopefully you can see me. All right, so you're going to start with alternating knee hugs. So you're going to pull your knee up to your chest, and you're going to do that for 45 seconds. Ready and go. And while you're doing that, I'm going to futz with technology a bit here. So really important to get a good warm up for our strength workout. So you've got about 30 more seconds to do those knee hugs. And I'm going to keep moving around a little bit to see if you can see me as I move around the room. You have about 20 more seconds to go. After you're done your knee hugs, we're going to go into some squats, but we still have a little bit of time, 10 more seconds until we get into our squats. All right, still pulling those knees, hugging them, getting the back and the legs warmed up. For your squats, you're going to stand with your feet at about shoulder width apart, either toes facing forward or slightly pointed to the side, and you're going to go down into your squat and come back up. If doing a squat for you is a little bit challenging, you have a couple of options. You can hold on to something. So I'm going to hold on safely to the upright of my squat rack and use that to give me a little bit of support. If you have a chair or something nearby, you could use that as well. So start in a seated position and stand up and use that chair to do your squat. So keep going with those squats. Ideally, as you get more warmed up, you're going to be able to drop your hips lower during those squats. All right, we're going to go on to some arm circles. So arms out to the side, and you're going to circle them forward. So go forward to go to 10, and then do 10 backwards. And you're just going to keep doing that during this 45-second interval right now. So count to 10. Once you've done 10 backwards, go forward again until the timer beeps. Getting those arms warmed up for our body weight strength, building strong muscles that work for us and help us do everything in life better. Keep circling those arms. Almost there. Now we're going to go into glute bridges. So you're going to lie down on your back with your knees bent, soles of your feet on the floor, arms at the sides, press your lower back into the floor. You're going to thrust your hips up toward the ceiling, squeeze your glutes as you do that, come back down. Do it again, keep going until your 45 seconds is up. Have that little bit of a squeeze as you get to the top. If you want to feel it a little bit more, you can lift your toes and kind of rock back onto your heels as you're doing the movement. And keep it going, just looking at where we are in terms of time. So we can go on to our next movement. You have 5 more seconds with those glute bridges. You're just going to flip over now into a quadruped position, so going onto your hands and your knees, and you're going to round your back like a cat, and then flatten your back out like a table, and go back and forth between that rounded back and that flat back for your 45 seconds. Imagine making the letter C with your spine, or it is Halloween season, so you can think of the scary Halloween cat or the angry Halloween cat, and you're just going into that position and then going into a tabletop position. You're going to keep going until that timer beeps. And once it beeps, it just did, we're going to stand up, and we're finally, last thing we're going to stretch is our hamstrings. So you're going to rock forward or lift your heel, and then switch to the other side. So alternating sides on those hamstring stretches, going for 45 seconds, hinging or bending from your hips, and as you go into that hinge, pushing back through your buttocks. Keep it going. Getting ready for the work portion of this workout. No equipment required. So this is something that you can do anywhere, anytime, and that is that. All right. So we are going to go into some bodyweight strength, like I said. Just need to switch out my timer here. So we're going to do some timed intervals, and for each of these, for each exercise, we're going to do 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and we're going to go through, for the first section, we're going to go through 3 movements. The way we're going to do this is we're going to do some squats, we're going to do some push-ups, and we're going to do some T-raises. So for each movement, we're going to go down or do the lowering phase of the exercise slowly. So we're going to do that on a count of 3. And then we're going to hold it for 1 and then come up again for 1. So we're going to start with those squats. So get back into your squat stance, feet at about shoulder width, either pointed forward or turn slightly out. Give me a second to get that timer up. In 3, 2, 1, going down for 3, 2, 1, hold it at the bottom for 1, stand up. Go down, 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, and stand. If you have weights, you can add a weight to this. So if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can hold it at your chest in goblet position, going down for 3, hold for 1, up for 1. We have about 25 seconds left on this one. Really important that you go at your own pace. You can also hold on. So if in the beginning, during the warm-up, you were holding on to, say, a door jamb, or I don't know if you have a pole or something that you can hold on to, you can do that for this as well, going down for 3, 2, 1, hold at the bottom for 1, up for 1, do it again, 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, up for 1. All right, we're moving on to our next exercise. We have 15 seconds to take a break right now, and now we're gonna go on to push-ups. Whatever push-up you can do it on the floor in plank position, you can do it on your knees, you can even elevate your hands, I'll show you that in a second, but let's get started. Going down for 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, push up for 1, 3, 2, 1, hold and push. If you want to do it on your knees, it's 3, 2, 1, hold, push, 3, 2, 1, hold and push. Or if you have something in your space, like a table or a bench, I have a bench here, you can put your hands on that. Going down, 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, push, 3, 2, 1, hold and push. Keep it going. A little bit of time left on this one. Take your time. All right, that is it for that one. Last thing we're going to do before we take a longer break is a bent over T-raise. So for this, raise your arms up on 1, hold for 1, and then you're going to go down 2, 3. Ready? 1, 1, down 2, 3. 1, 1, down 2, 3. You can do this with really light weights. So depending on your level of strength, light weights might mean 2 pounds, it might mean 5 pounds, it might mean 10, 15, but you can pick whatever is light for you. Go up on 1, hold for 1, and then slowly go down. As you go down, imagine that you're squeezing something between your hands. You'll feel these muscles back here really light up. Got a few seconds left on this one, and then we're going to take a little break before we go on to round 2. All right, that was round 1. You did it. Round 2, we're going to do the same exercises, but we're going to change the pattern this time. So now we're going to go slower on what would be the lifting phase. Ignore the timer. So that means for our squats, we're going down for 1, holding for 1, coming up on 3. Down for 1, hold for 1, come up on 3. So catch your breath. Changing my set here a little bit. Catch your breath, and we're going to go on to round 2 in about 5 seconds. All right, here we go. Doing those squats. Down for 1, hold for 1, up for 3. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oops. There we go. There we go. Got the right timer. Down for 1, hold for 1, up for 3, 2, 1. Go down again. Good, you guys. Keep going. You might notice that your hips are getting a little bit warmer, and you might be able to go down a little bit lower on your squats. So please do that if you are able to. You have about 20 seconds to go. I'm just gonna check our chat here to see if we have anything going on. Keep going though. You keep going. Down for 1, hold for 1, come up on that count of 3. Do it again. Once you are done with your squats, which we're done now, we've got push-ups coming up. So we're taking our little 15-minute break here. 15 minutes, wouldn't that be great? 15-second break. And we're gonna do our push-ups. Going down for 1, holding for 1, coming up on a count of 3. Ready, go. Down for 1, hold for 1, come up for 3, 2, 1. Down for 1, hold for 1, 3, 2, 1. Again, you may do these on your knees. Going down for 1, hold for 1, 3, 2, 1 on the way up, or elevate your hands, whatever works for you. You have you're halfway there on this one. So keep it going. As you're pushing up, as you're coming out of the bottom of the push-up, imagine that you're pushing the floor away. And keep it going. Just checking to see if anyone has anything to say right now. All right, cool. All right, we have our T raises next. You're gonna stand up, go into a hinge position like when you did your hamstring warm-up. We're going up for 3, hold for 1, down for 1. Ready? Up, 2, 3, hold, push down. Up, 2, 3, hold, push. Again, if you have weights that you can use, that would be great during this. Up, 2, 3, hold and push. Just a few more times to go. Push down. Deep breaths. Really feel those muscles in your back working. This is a great one if you've been sitting at a desk all day. You can even do this to take a break from sitting, because we're all doing a lot of that in 2020. All right, that was it. We're gonna take a little pause there. So another little break. If you need some water, go grab some water. Last round that we're gonna do, same exercise, we're gonna change it up. This time we're gonna hold, ignore the beeping, we're gonna hold at the end range for each exercise. So that means for our squat, we're going down for 1, holding for 3, and then coming up on 1. All right, so let's see. We are going to go in about 15 seconds. Get ready. Get into that good squat stance. So that means that your feet are about shoulder width apart. Toes are turned out slightly. All right, you guys, get ready. And go. Down for 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Come up. Down for 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. And up. Keep going. If you need to hold on, please hold on. Down for 1, 3, 2, 1. Up. We're almost halfway there on this exercise. Keep it going. Make sure that your counts are kind of slow, so don't rush those counts when you're holding. 10 more seconds to go. Almost there. Good, all right, we're going on to our push-ups. So whatever works for you for this, full on the floor in plank. You can do it on your knees, elevate your hands, whatever works. Get ready, in position, and go. Down for 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, push. Go down, hold, 3, 2, 1, push. If you are holding at the bottom, if you're going against something, make sure that you're not just resting your chest on whatever you're going down against. Make sure that there's some space there. to keep you in that work phase during the hold. 15 seconds to go on this one. Breathe. Lots of times people aren't sure where to breathe during an exercise. Good idea to breathe on as you're getting prepared and press up. Exhale as you're coming up. We've got one more exercise in the sequence. You are doing T raises, going into that hinge position, holding the top for a count of 3. Ready, and go. Bring it up, hold, 3, 2, 1, push down. Do it again. Hopefully you feel this in middle back range. And press. You should not feel pain or any kind of strain in your lower back as you do that. If you are, adjust. You might need to either go into a staggered stance, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, or you can just do one arm at a time, put one hand down, and that'll give you a little bit more support for your back. Whatever works for you. Almost there. All right, you guys, that's time for that one. All right, you're done with, not done with the whole thing, but you're done with part 1. Okay, so if I could see you, I would give you high fives. If you were in the studio, I would give you air fives, but so we'll do virtual high fives here. Okay, so we're going on. So strength, another strength circuit. So we're doing 2 strength circuits today, and then we'll do some core. So for this one, 3 exercises again. We're gonna follow the same pattern that we did in part 1. So we're gonna start with a split squat. So that's gonna be 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So like a staggered stance. And the back knee, you're bending both knees to 90-degree angle, and the back knee is going down to the floor. For this first round, you're gonna go down on the count of 3, hold for 1, come up for 1. If that is too much, hold on to something, a doorway, whatever you might have available to you, all right? So here we go. We're gonna reset this whole thing, and then we're gonna start again. Oops, all right. Here we go. Starting with our split squat, you can start with the right foot back. In 3, 2, 1, go down on 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, come up for 1. 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, come up for 1. What if you have like knee issues and you're just not feeling doing these split squats? Your option is you can do a deadlift, a staggered stance or a B stance deadlift. So it's gonna be 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, go down on a count of 3, and hold for 1, come up on 1. It's not working exactly the same muscle group, but you're getting a single leg exercise, so it's still good. All right, so you're gonna keep going with that one. Let me tell you how much time we have left on here. Oops, okay, we're done with that one, sorry. Okay, so we're on to our 15-second break here. And we're gonna do, actually we're not gonna take a break, we're just gonna go right into the other leg. So, left foot is back, going down for 3, hold for 1, come up for 1, ready, and go. 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, and up. 3, 2, 1, hold, and up. You're working your quads, so the front of your thigh when you do this exercise. Also, because of the position of your feet, you're working your glutes as well, so your buttocks. It's very important in your exercise program to include single leg exercises, to include single, one-sided exercises of any kind actually, but single leg exercises in particular help us with balance. They help us to combat any like asymmetries that we might have. So we're all stronger on one side, or we have a dominant side and a weaker side. So it just helps to make those differences not as big. All right, so you're done with that. You're gonna come down to the floor. During the warm-up, we did some glute bridges. We're gonna do those again. So you're lying down on your back into that glute bridge position. You're gonna go up for 1, hold for 1, and down for 3. Here we go. Up for 1, hold for 1, come down for 3, 2, 1. When you get to the bottom, make sure your lower back comes in contact with the floor. Up, squeeze, come down for 3, 2, 1. Keep it going. We're halfway there on this one. Get your hips as high as you can. So that's going to be different for everybody. But at the top, just make sure that you're not arching your back. You want your back to be completely straight in the top of that position. Hang in there, a little bit more to go. All right, that's it for that one. Okay, now you're going to still stay on the floor, this time face down, and you're going to do some Y raises. So from the floor, arms are in a Y position. You're going to bring them up, hold for 1, and bring them down on 3, 2, 1. Ready? Here we go. Up, hold for 1, come down. 3, 2, 1. Your forehead can touch the floor. I'm just not doing that there because you won't be able to hear me. 3, 2, 1. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Imagine that you're wearing long dangling earrings. Anybody can wear long dangling earrings. And you're trying to keep them from touching your shoulders. So you don't want to shrug as you do this. Again, this is a great exercise for posture. We're all, for the most part, even at this point in the pandemic, sitting a lot more, spending a lot more time at desk than we were. Let's do one more, even though the timer beats. So it's really important to do these exercises that are going to work your back, especially your upper back. All right, you guys, that was round 1. Round 1 down. We're going on to round 2. Oops, let me pause that a second. So for round 2, we're going down for 1 in our squat, hold for 1, come up on it. No, we're not squatting, sorry. Single leg or split squat. Down for 1, hold for 1, come up on 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Timer's going. Down for 1, hold for 1, come up. 3, 2, 1. Down for 1, hold for 1, 3, 2, 1. If you have chosen to do that staggered stance deadlift instead, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, go down on 1, hold for 1, come up on 3, 2, 1. So again, you're doing a split squat right now, but if that doesn't work for you, you're going to do what I'm doing right now instead. Okay? Continue, or what I was just doing then. Up for 3, 2, 1. Almost there on this side. 5 seconds to go. Awesome job, you guys. We're going right into that other leg. Switch feet, ready, and go. Down for 1, hold for 1, come up for 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Doing a great job, you guys. You have 30 seconds to go. Down for 1, hold for 1, up for 3, 2, 1. Bring that back knee down toward the floor as if you were doing a kneel. Also, you can hold on if you need to. So you're here, hold, and come up. So modifying the exercises so that they work for you and your body is perfectly acceptable. There's no right or wrong really here. I mean, we have form standards, but we also want to listen to our body, and if we need to modify, we want to modify. That was your time. You're coming down to the ground, and you're going to do glute bridges. This time, coming up on a count of 3, holding it for 1, going down for 1. Hey, right now, come up for what? 3. Hold it up there for 1, go down for 1. Come up for 3, 2, 1. Give a little squeeze at the top and come down. Do it again. Squeeze and down. You guys are doing great. Just checking our time here. My phone keeps going to sleep. All right, 15 seconds to go. Up for, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1. Down for 1. Really important to work on strengthening the glutes. Strong glutes mean that you can be strong in the rest of your body. That was time. If you strengthen your glutes, it's a good way to protect your lower back, protect your knees as well. Hey, and rap guys will write songs about you. I don't know. All right, so we're going on, you guys. We have one more round left in this. One more round, and then we're going to go and do something completely different. All right, so we're going back to the top of the sequence. We're starting with split squats. You're going to hold the bottom for 3 this time. Down for 1, hold for 3, up for 1. Right foot back, left foot forward. Here we go. Down for 1, hold for 1, 2, 3, come up. I almost told you to only hold for 1. Come down for 1, hold for 3, 2, 1, and up. Keep going. So I've got a bum knee on this side, so I'm going to hold on now because it's not happy doing that exercise. But it's like I said before, it's perfectly acceptable for you to modify and do what works for your body. Today, my knee is not liking holding those at the bottom, at least not without some support. So I'm going to give it what it needs. And we're going to go for 10 more seconds. Down for 1, hold for 3, 2, 1, up for 1. Almost there. Good, and that is time. Going on to the other leg, we're going to go right into it. Down for 1, hold, 3, 2, 1. My left knee is much happier doing this exercise. You're my favorite left knee. And up, go down for 1. Hold it for 1. Whoops, that's not your time. Don't stop, you have 30 seconds left. Keep it going. How's that back leg feeling? My left leg, not my knee is fine, but my left leg is talking to me a little bit right now, but that's okay. We have 10 more seconds on this side. Down for 1, 3, 2, 1, and up. Almost there. I'm gonna manage my timer. Almost there, you guys. All right, that is time. We're going down to the floor for our glute bridges. I'm having a little technical difficulty here with my timer. Here we go. All right, down to the floor for our glute bridges. Up for 1, hold for 3, down for 1. Ready, and go. Up for 1, hold it, and down. Make sure that you give a little squeeze at the top. You should feel this in your glutes, so in your buttocks, not in your hamstrings, not in your thighs right here or your hip flexors. So if you are, adjust your feet. Often if you feel it in your hamstrings, like if your hamstrings start to cramp, that's a good sign that your feet are too far away from your buttocks. So just walk them in a little bit. Do a little time check for us here. 5 seconds. All right. All right, you guys, that's time. We're gonna do our Y raises. Did I skip the Y raises last time? I think I did. Oh well. Okay, sorry about that. Do some Y raises later. All right, so for the Y raise, you're lying down on the floor. Your arms are straight. You're gonna lift them up. Hold it for 3, come down for 1. Get ready and go. Bring them up. 3, 2, 1. Bring them down. When you're in this position, you want your hip bones to be touching the floor. So get those in contact with the floor. And then imagine making some space between your belly button and the floor. That way you're protecting your lower back. Remember, for this, you want your head, so your forehead down on the floor. Or at least close to it. Keep it going. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Keep breathing. So close. And that's time. All right, you guys. High fives. We are going to go on to our last section here. So for our last section in strength, in this strong class that we're doing, we're going to do 3 abdominal exercises. We're going to hold each one for 30 seconds, and then we're going to rest for 15 seconds in between. Once we go through the sequence of all 3 exercises, we'll do it again. So we're going to go through this one 2 times, and then we'll stretch and call it a day. All right, hold on. You got some water. I'm going to get some water. I'm back. All right, so we are doing hollow holds. So I'm going to give you 3 choices for this exercise, going from easiest to hardest. You're going down on your back. We'll just ignore the beeping. Lie down on your back. Your legs are going to be bent in what's called tabletop position. So that means feet are lifted off the floor, knees are bent, and they're right above your hips. Have your heels up as if you're resting them on a table. You're going to take your arms along your sides. Easiest position is to have your head and shoulders up, looking at your belly button, hands touching the sides of your legs. Next position is arms by your ears with those knees bent. Next position is both legs straight. The closer your legs are to the floor, the harder it's going to be. But you want to make sure that you keep your lower back in contact with the floor the whole time. So make sure that you're not arching or lifting your back off the floor. It should be touching. All right, you ready? Hopefully you are. All right, hollow hold. Get into position. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is position number 1. Easiest position here. Doesn't mean that it's easy for you. It might be challenging for you, and that is perfectly fine. If it's not challenging enough, then go to here. Keep looking at your belly button. If that's not challenging enough, straighten both legs. You're over halfway there. And you're going to press out through your heels. I'm going to move back a little bit. So you want your arms to be reaching back by your ears, like almost touching the floor. All right, that is time. We're resting. Next exercise, we're going to do bicycles. So for your bicycles, hands are going to be behind your head, legs are going back to tabletop, and you're going to twist, bringing your shoulder towards your knee, like that. This is not a bicycle. That's a fun way to, I don't know, just move your legs around in the air. That's not what we want to do. We want to straighten those legs, get a good twist. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So twisting one side and then the other. If this is too challenging for you, bend your legs to tabletop and then you can just twist side to side, working those obliques still. Think of reaching your shoulder towards your knee, all right? Legs, when you bend your knee, you want that knee to be right above your hip, okay? Not pulling it in towards your chest or your stomach. That is time on our bicycles. Last exercise that we're going to do in this sequence is a dead bug. Seemingly easy exercise if you don't do it the right way. But we're going to do it the right way here. So legs are going back to tabletop again. And arms or fingertips are facing the ceiling. You're going to reach your right arm back by your ear, your left heel down towards the floor, come back, and then do the other side. All right? Let's get started. And go. Fingertips facing the ceiling, reach right arm back, and switch. You want to keep this leg bent the whole time as you're reaching it down towards the ground. Okay, so you're not like straightening your leg out as you reach it. Keep a slight bend and reach it down. If doing arms and legs is too challenging for you, just keep your arms up and you can just do the legs. And that's still going to be work, depending on where you are. All right, you guys, that was one time through. We've got one more time through those 3 exercises, and then you're done. Yeah. All right, so get ready. Starting with the hollow hold, legs are in tabletop. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so your 3 options, quick review. Legs in tabletop, hands touching the sides of your legs. Option 2, keep the legs in tabletop, reach your arms down by the ears. Option 3, straighten your legs all the way and hold it there. Hopefully you guys can see all that. It looks like from my camera you can. Now that I've been down there for how long, I'll switch camera a little bit. Hopefully that'll give you a better view. Keep holding, you're almost there, almost done. All right, you're going on. Exercise number 2, you were doing bicycles. We have about 5 more seconds before we get into it. Legs are in tabletop. Hands behind your head. Ready, go. So doing that twist, pressing that leg out. Keep your elbows wide the whole time. Don't focus on reaching your elbow, reach the shoulder instead. Almost thinking of reaching the elbow back. Keep going. Remember your option. Keep the legs in tabletop to do it. 5 more seconds to go. Good. All right. Last exercise, dead bugs. Legs are in tabletop. Reaching your fingertips toward the ceiling. Reaching opposite arm and opposite leg in 5 seconds. Last exercise of the evening, the late afternoon. Ready and go. So, right arm reaches back towards the floor. Left leg reaches down. Then switch to the other side. Left leg reaches back. Right leg reaches down. If that's really scrambling your brain, then just reach. Also, if you feel this at all in your back, you can take your hands and put them like under your hips to brace a bit. Bring your legs into that tabletop position and do it that way instead. I have no idea how much time you have left because I can't see the clock. So, oh, that's it. We're done. Yay, we did it. Another high five for that. All right, let's do a quick stretch. And then you guys can go on with the rest of your day. Okay, so we're gonna do a butterfly stretch. Your hip flexors, so these muscles in here might be a little tight from doing the squats. Lots of slow squats, split squats, all that stuff, holding your legs up on the tabletop. So just bring the soles of your feet together, bring your knees out, and just getting a nice, like a groin stretch here. We don't need the timer anymore. We'll check Facebook again. Think there's anything going on there on Facebook Live. Any questions for me? All right. Now let's get into a really good hip flexor stretch. You're going to go to a half kneeling position. So that means one knee is going to be down on the floor. If you're on a hard floor, you might want to pad it, like if you have a yoga mat or a pillow or something. And then you're going to just hinge over a little bit, bend over a little bit, and then tuck under. So like kind of push your hips forward towards your camera. Keep your shoulders stacked above your hips, and you're going to hold that position. And just breathe. You should feel the stretch going from your hip flexor right here, all the way down into your thigh. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So going into that 90-90 position, go into a little bit of a hinge, and then push the hips forward. Squeeze your glutes, feel it a little bit more. Depending on how flexible you are in your hips, this might be a pretty significant stretch, or if you're really flexible, it might not feel like much at all. If that's the case, you can lean forward into it, but keep that upright position the whole time. And just keep breathing through it. Awesome. You guys are going to stand up, and you're going to do a standing quad stretch. So you can bend one knee, grab your shoelaces, and pull your heel towards your buttocks. So that you're there. If you need to hold on to something, you can hold on. If not, you can wave at the camera. I can't see you, but feel free to wave. All right, you're going to switch to the other side. And hold that. Breathe through it. And release that stretch. You're going to go into that hamstring stretch, that standing stretch that you did in the beginning of the workout. So you're going to plant one heel, hinge at your hips, push back through your hips, put your hands on the opposite thigh, and just hold it there. You want to hold your stretches for, at the end of your workout, anywhere from 10 to about 20 or 30 seconds. And you're going to switch to the other side, push back. Good, stand up. We're going to do a chest stretch. We did a significant number of push-ups during this workout. So you're going to take your hand If you have something that you can put your hand against, like a wall, a pole, the edge of a wall would be great. So you're gonna put it along the edge, stand perpendicular to it, and then turn away. If you don't have a wall, then, or that doesn't make sense. If you're not standing near the edge of a wall, just put your hand directly on the wall and push into it and then turn away. And we're gonna hold that for about 10 more seconds. Cool, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. So take the hand, putting it on the wall, either on the edge or press it against the wall and turn. A few more seconds. Good, release that stretch. Last stretch you're gonna do, you're gonna interlace your fingers and you're gonna press to the back of your hand. You're gonna press it towards the camera, round your back, and hold that position there. Good, and that's it. Thank you. Thanks for joining me for Strong. Again, I'm Michelle from Performance Fitness in Wynwood. You can find me on Facebook, or you can find us at performancefitnessllc.com. Stay strong and have a great day. Bye.